Hey guys, what the fuck is up? It's XE Mike Kanzi here, and today I'm going to bring you my third cornerback video, player review video, whatever you want to call it. And today we're going to be looking at none other than Richard Sherman, which, you know, it's kind of shocking. This is the best Richard Sherman in the game, and I kind of wish he had the Seattle defense, because there's two other Seattle players I really want to get, that being the 95 Cam Chancellor, and that being that Bobby Wagner, who is probably a god. But anyway, here's the 92 Richard Sherman. I have him up to a 93 because I have the first tier on lockdown. You can probably get him up to a 95 because the BCA chemistry does add 0.2 or 2 points to whatever the fuck it adds to. But anyway, Richard Sherman, he's been pretty reliable for me. I had him for a while. I think I actually did the set to get him. I did, and that was so long ago. Jesus Christ. Wow, that feels like forever ago. October 9th. Holy shit, it's December what, 5th? December or something, whenever this video comes out. But anyway, here we go. We got 87 speed, which not that fast. You know, right now in the game it's not a big deal, but later on, maybe in the next 2 months, that's going to be a huge deal. He's got 89 acceleration, which is pretty solid, 92 agility, which is definitely one of the best corners at that. He's got 90 man, which is kind of iffy, but still it's over 90, so it's completely solid. Before I got Patrick Peterson, I left Richard Sherman in the slot. Why? Because he had that 93 zone and 95 press. Ever since I got Patty P, I moved him over to CB number 2, and he's been 1,000 times better. He's got 89 play rack, which is decent for right now in the game, and he also has 83 catching. So he will catch everything that comes his way, and you'll definitely see that all in the footage. He probably goes for around 200k right now, which is pretty fair. I had him for a while, as you can tell, and he really has helped me. You know, in some games I really should have lost. He's really pulled through for me. So with that being said, we're going to jump to the footage and see how he does. Alright guys, first off we're going to look at his run stuff and his sacks. As you see, Richard Sherman, he does shut down the run. He is actually one of the best corners in the game to shut down the run with, at least that I played with. As you see right here, gets off the block, tackles him, boom, gain of 8 yards, but hey, what are you gonna do? Here's a quick toss to Adrian Peterson. With the help of Bowman, Sherman's able to get down in there and stop it. He's really reliable. Right here he gets a sack on Andy Dalton. Sherman, not really that much of a blitzer or a run stuffer, but he will get back there and he will disturb the play. Here he is. Now we're gonna look on his tackles. Sherman also is not a big tackler, as you guys know. He's more of a coverage breakup kind of cornerback, but if he's there and if he has an open field, he can easily get the tackle. Sadly, I didn't force any fumbles with him during the recording, and actually, since I've had him, I haven't forced any fumbles or stripped the ball with Richard Sherman at all. But he does make the tackle. He hardly ever gets stiffed arm, or, you know, whoever the case is, you know, whoever it might be. He doesn't get like stiffed arm or break tackle or anything like that. Right here, he makes a great stop at the goal line. So his tackling is pretty solid. Not a big hitter, as I said, but as long as the ball is in the open field like that, boom, instant coverage, instant tackle, and that's exactly what you want out of him. He goes for about 200k. I think now probably anywhere between 150 to 200k. Here he comes open field, and that right there was probably the best hit and the biggest hit of the whole filming process that we had with him. But like I said, I'm not expecting much from him. If you're looking to get him, don't expect, you know, big hits, anything like that. Just, he'll come into play right here, get the tackle, an easy stop, no yards after catch, and it's pretty reliable. Sherman, I had him in the slot before I got Patrick Peterson. After I was able to get Patrick Peterson, I put him over at cornerback number 2, and he plays like completely different at quarterback number 2. And he is a total shutdown cornerback. There's been times where, you know, I wasn't filming, sadly, but in head-to-head seasons, he's made epic picks, he's made epic breakups, and he is, in my opinion, he's probably one of the best budget cornerbacks right now in the game. Yeah, you can say he's a little expensive at that price, but right here, as you see, boom, breaks it up. He probably could have picked that right there, but that's also another thing with him. And I'm starting to realize it as he shacks that right out of fucking, I think that was Benjamin's hands. Not too sure. Right there, he drops the pick. But anyway, as I was saying, he is, like, I don't know what's with cornerbacks in this year's game, but they tend to drop a lot of picks. and I don't know if that's just because right now they're all under 95 overall, or whatever the case may be, but even with Patty P, even with the Josh Norman, I'll get an easy pick like that. That 10 times out of 10, you know, 7 times out of 10, that's a pick for me. But Sherman, Patty P, as he tips it right there, and Patty P gets the pick. But they drop it, and I don't know if that's just because it's early in the game, or I don't know. It feels weird to me. Right here, he could have had a diving interception, drops it. Speaking of interceptions, we're gonna look at his picks now. I think I only got about 7 of them. As right there, Brian Dawkins tips it up, and he's able to catch it right there in the snow. Yeah, that was a solo challenge. Ugh. But anyway, he is really reliable. I like Richard Sherman. He is so good, and you know that price. I mean, I think he's worth it in my opinion. If you need a cornerback and you're looking at least like a budget, or you don't want to spend that many coins, as you see, it's a pick right here. He's totally worth it. 185,000. I think a fair price for him right now is probably like 170 to like 180. I was able to do the set completion to get him, which was way back in October, so I had him for a while now, and he does not ever get burned. I've never seen him get burned yet, which is weird because he has 87 speed, which he's not that fast. He's probably my slowest cornerback, and these are the only 2 plays where it can be questioned right here on these catches. One's Antonio Brown, and the other one was, I think, Josh Brown. So, not those big receivers besides Antonio Brown right here, but, you know, this was the worst. Right here, that was the worst. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up the review on Richard Sherman. I am kind of shocked this is his best card in the game, and as you see, my team has definitely upgraded since I last made, you know, the video in the beginning. But anyway, I got him up to a 94. I was able to boost up his man and his zone. I mean, 95 zone, 95 press, goes up to a 94 overall. With those boosts with the motivated players, there's not really that much of a difference. He still plays, he's still a shutdown cornerback, he still breaks up passes, he still intercepts the ball. He is very reliable. I love him, he's a great card, and I would probably, overall, I would rate him probably like an A- at cornerback. In my opinion, he is a little better than Patrick Peterson, which is kind of weird for me to say because I do love Patrick Peterson, but it's Richard Sherman, come on. But anyway guys, that's going to wrap it up for this review, and you know, subscribe, like the video. I'm coming back every day with new videos, new player reviews, and yeah, so just subscribe. Peace out guys.